So leaderboards are coming back soon since the Halloween update is around the corner. Not many people are able to get on leaderboards, so I'll be giving a detailed explanation on how you can easily get on a leaderboard faster than anyone else. And get your own trophy with lots of tips and tricks, so stick around till the end. Before I get started, I'd also like for you to know that I am an experienced leaderboard grinder and leaderboards are super time consuming, so you may not get enough sleep. If you don't understand some certain sections or if you missed anything, I will leave timestamps on the video. Without wasting any more time, let's get started with what you guys all came for. There are two useful methods when it comes to leaderboard grinding that can definitely help you with grinding faster than anyone else who grinds in public servers. The first method is a simple method and almost everyone can pull it off. To start, you need 3 alt accounts and your main, which is a 4-player server. The reason this method is fast and efficient is because the server will have a low chance of a random person joining and flooding the server, meaning that it will fill up fast. And it can spawn more coins than just having one person with you in a small server. Now the only downside about this method is that raiders or players can still join your server and can slow down your grinding process since it isn't a full server. On top of that, peak hour can also slow you down by a ton. The next method is probably the hardest method to do, and not many people will be able to do this method as you need a good computer to do this. To do this method, you need to find a small server with 2 or 3 players servers because those servers don't fill as easily when there's just one person. Then what you want to do is fill the whole entire server with 11 alts. The reason that this method is the most efficient is because it is really great for maximizing the candy spawns, which means a faster grinding rate. Nobody can take your candies as you will be the only one in the server. Nobody can join your server or raid your server as long as you have your joins off and your alts do not disconnect or crash. And you don't have to constantly worry about peak hour. The downside about this is that if you are going to be doing this method, you will have a negative impact on your computer's performance over time, meaning that it may slow down, and that's the only thing I can really say. Remember, when doing this, you need to move your alts and your main repeatedly after every 19 minutes so they won't disconnect from being idle for 20 minutes. To prevent them from disconnecting, just add a timer for 19 minutes or 18 minutes if you want to be safe. It's only a recommendation, but if you could check without your timer, then awesome. Now, a lot of people in their other leaderboard videos do not explain how to use or add 11 alts. Most people say to use other devices, but there is also a little secret. In order to fill the server with 11 alts or as many as you want, you need an application which is totally safe, and I've been using it for about a year. It is called Roblox Account Manager. Roblox Account Manager allows you to have a bunch of Roblox windows running at the same time instead of one. You can add multiple accounts and have them join your main account in a server. Another thing I forgot to mention is that if you're going to be grinding with anyone else, this can slow you down as well since they are taking candies as well. With that being said, I'm going to bring us to the next section, which is timing. Timing is the most important thing when it comes to leaderboard grinding, and you want to have a schedule for yourself. You need to know how long you'd be grinding and the people you are going up against. I recommend doing at least over 14 to 16 hours and 10 to 12 hours minimum of grinding a day. Now, most people can't do the recommended hours, and I will be explaining how you can get more help and more hours in just a second. Other than having a schedule, there is also round timing and lobby timing. You want to have these timings in your head as they can help you have a good pace. For every 1 second, it is 5 XP. So for example, if you were to finish a round with 300 XP, that is equal to 1 minute. With lobby time, it is almost a minute as well, which technically makes it 50 coins every 2 minutes. With the second method, you can definitely get 50 candies in under a minute, and if you grind like this consistently, you are able to get 1500 candies an hour. Covers are friends that you are able to trust to go on your account and grind for you. These people can help you get more hours in and help you stay on the leaderboard until you wake up or come back from whatever you are doing. What can help the most is if you know someone that you trust from a different country since they have a different time zone. If you need to get some sleep, if you are drained or you have a bedtime, the other person will wake up since it is the morning for them, and it can transition back and forth. As well as getting someone you trust, you can also get a whole team. Now, me personally, I do not need covers. I don't trust anybody on my account because they could exploit, and exploiting is bannable during these leaderboard events. Covers are just a recommendation if you can't do the hours you need. Raiders are players that join your server and try to slow you down from grinding coins. Try not to get into any arguments or drama with these people. They may target you to the point you lose all motivation on trying to get on leaderboards. They can be mean people or just people who exploit and fling you off the map. If they end up doing stuff like this, just try to find a new server if possible. If you are running a full server using the second method, then don't worry about raiders. Peak hour is a time where players start playing Murder Mystery 2. You may think, oh, this isn't such a big deal. Well, it is, and it could be very difficult to find small servers to do any methods. There are two types of peak hours: Russian peak hour and American peak hour. Russian peak hour happens around 1 AM to 3 AM EST, and American peak hour happens around 11 AM to 2 PM EST. It is not the exact time, but you will know when it happens and when it stops. You can tell when Murder Mystery 2 player count rises, and peak hour will end when the player count drops, and everything gets pretty chill after that. Again, if you are using the second method, you should be fine. Routes can sometimes be useful at finishing a round with 50 candies as fast as possible. This depends if you have good ping, and you can see by checking performance stats then on the top right. Here is a map layout of Office 3 with my friend's route, and it can give you a pretty good start. Here I'm going to show you the best maps you can grind on and the ones that you must avoid at all costs. With that being said, make sure to try to vote for a map every time the round ends. The last section I want to cover is the Leaderboard Wipe. The Leaderboard Wipe is something that happens at the end of the leaderboard when all the exploiters get banned or wiped off the leaderboard. This gives a chance for some people who were close enough to getting on the leaderboard after the wipe. There is no guarantee that the exploiters on the leaderboard will be wiped, so do not rely on it to get on the leaderboard if you are a short bit away. When the time does come, I wish you all good luck on getting on the leaderboard. If you have any questions or concerns about leaderboards, feel free to comment and I will try my best to respond. If you found this video helpful, make sure you leave a like and share this video to your friends who also need some pretty good information. Anyways, thank you for watching all the way, and I hope to see you on the board.